All right. Thank you for listening to this episode of Two Years in Face Wrestling Podcast. On today's episode, we do have a guest, and we're kind of continuing the trend that we've been on of talking to, the wrestlers and their graduates of free, and they've had a little bit of experience under their belt, but talking to some of the more recent graduates of Freelance Wrestling Academy. We had the Bang Bros on. We had Chico Suave on, who's been in the game for some years, but also trains at Freelance Wrestling Academy.
Hashtag Viva la Chico.
Hashtag Viva la Chico. If you haven't seen our last episode, please go check that out. It is doing really well numbers wise. At first I was kind of joking about it, but then I was like, oh shit, this is actually getting up there. But first, Chris, before I introduce our guest, you have a new camera. And
I have, yeah. So
as if your setup couldn't get any more better than mine. It has now been upgraded.
Listen, the quarantine and my techie side have gotten the best of me, and I feel like every week I'm on Amazon trying to figure out like what new kink I can get into or whatever. And definitely like I started just playing around with streaming. So I started playing FIFA again after a long hiatus, and so I got one night I drunkenly bought a GoPro and I don't know what to do with it. So I'm like, sure, let's try streaming. And now I'm trying it as a webcam. And it is what it is. I used it for my ice fishing trip this weekend.
Okay.
Which was pretty fun. Extremely cold.
Do you do all your online shopping inebriated? Yes or no?
78.5% of the time.
Very specific. Yes.
The rest of it is Carla telling me what to buy and when to buy it. So
yes. And yeah, we know Carla runs the nest. And
absolutely.
Yeah. All right. I guess it's time we've kept him waiting long enough. We want to introduce.
No. Let's stop there. Let's be honest. He kept us waiting long enough. All right. We scheduled everything, and he's like, you know what? My pipes, whatever. It's cold outside. It's ice out there. Thinking it's Texas, and all of a sudden he made us wait until he got heat back in his house or something. But welcome, Trevor Outlaw.
It took you long enough. You're sitting here rambling on about ice fishing. Meanwhile, I've been struggling all day dealing with frozen pipes, and you're just gonna sit here and just make a mockery of it. That's lovely, Charlie. You tried really hard, but my beautiful face is cut off. Why don't you scoot over a little bit to the side so we can show all these derelicts watching that beautiful Trevor Outlaw shirt.
Yeah.
Look at that.
I don't think that's how it works. I gotta figure out a way to shrink the image, but
you can't. I'm larger than life, baby.
I tried to cover up my shitty setup, but yours rudely, Trevor Outlaw. Thanks for coming on.
Hey, you're welcome.
I'm excited for this episode. Let's see if you can topple the numbers of the Bang Bros and Chico Suave, hashtag Viva la Chico. Are you ready to see if you can have a more popular episode?
Of course I know I'm going to have a more popular episode. Who do you think those boys are paying attention to of how to be a rock star? They're paying attention to me.
You are wearing a very rock star-esque shirt, so I will commend you on that. It looks a little Fozzy, a little Y2J.
Who's Fozzy? Who's Fozzy? Are they some kind of indie rock band?
No, I think they're heavy metal, right? Have you heard of Judas? Pretty popular.
No.
You may have been called Judas before in your past.
Maybe. That's that might be in some like previous incarnation of myself. But as far as I'm concerned, this is just a casual Tuesday shirt. I know this might be a little bit fancier than anything that you could ever rock, but I mean, hey, not every man out there can rock a beautiful cheetah print shirt on a Tuesday like it's nothing.
Yeah. I think I need a groom before that. So
one step at a time, baby steps, right?
Definitely. The buffet line, Chris, you want to introduce it?
Yes, it's a buffet line episode. And if you guys are not familiar with it, we go through the salad bar, the hot plate, and the dessert. All these three sections. The salad bar includes quick, fresh takes. We just get to know Trevor at a surface level. Hot plate will go into more meaty topics, such as the infamous cannon incident at in Indiana, where everybody talks about it. It's always funny. I mean, we can't deny that.
It made me. It made me who I am today.
Yeah.
We have some deeper questions about the. Hopefully we throw some new questions at you regarding that. So.
Well, we'll see there. Before we start this buffet line, it's keto friendly, right? I don't know what that means, but I know it's some sort of diet. I'm trying to watch my figure, so.
Well, I am drinking Michelob
clean
Ultras, so it's low on carb. But we will
Why aren't
get
you drinking?
to.
You're drinking a Michelob Ultra?
Yes, sir.
What the hell's wrong with you? Grab yourself a Miller High Life and get your act together, man. Come on.
We have one question
beer.
about that. We have one question about that definitely on here. Yeah, so not keto, low carb, but
all right. Well, I'll let it slide for you guys. I guess I can cheat a little bit. I'll get a couple extra laps in tomorrow.
The last section of the buffet line here is the dessert. So we'll talk about some guilty pleasures, and we'll go through a game of word association. So I'll explain all that once we get there.
Mm-hmm. But there's a special rule on this word association that we've put in specifically. We're gonna remove a couple answers from the what you can say to. You can't do that. Expand the horizon a little bit.
No. You want me to play your game? So you want me to play your game like every other loser that you have come on here?
Yes.
Show. And they also privilege, but just because you have me, you got to curve have me over who. That's how this works.
I might be thinking that not only the pipes are frozen, but your internet. So you might want to get that fixed, Trevor, because you're coming a little choppy.
So now I can solve my here. Let me do.
So
how's that? Is that better? Is that better for you, Princess?
That is better. Thank you.
All right, there we go.
We're trying to make it a fair. You know, if you're competing for plays, you know, I feel like your vocabulary could be a little narrow at times. There's specifically one word with a D that you can't.
Sir, I am college.
We're trying to.
Thank you very much.
We're trying to expand your vocabulary a little bit and have you think of some new stuff, ways to describe certain individuals.
I don't need you to expand my vocabulary. I'm college educated.
Okay. Well, we'll get to that part in the dessert and we'll see if you abide by the rules. So it's a new rule we're putting in today.
Oh, rules. Let's see. Yeah, I don't. We'll see how long. We'll see how long I follow your rules for, pal.
All right. Is that the buffet line, right, Chris?
Yeah. Let's get into the salad bar.
Let's eat, boys.
All right, Trevor. So first question on the salad bar is, what do you love about wrestling?
Being a rock star, man. You know, I go out there and knowing that I'm better than every single person that you put me in front of with maybe a third of the experience of any of them. It's I don't know. It's a pretty rewarding feeling. You know, I never let it inflate my ego though. You know, it's one of those things that you can't let those types of things get to your head.
Right.
You know, it's as Aunt May once said, or was it Uncle Ben? I don't remember. Either way, it's you know, with great power comes great responsibility. And I know that as soon as I walk through that curtain, everyone knows like I'm the coolest dude in the room, you know? Mm-hmm. And I don't take that lightly. You know, I have a standard to uphold and I have to show everybody, you know, why I'm so great. And I enjoy doing that. You know, I enjoy reminding these people who I am.
I see. Trevor, yours rudely. You're very proud of your rudeness, I would say. Where does that come from? How was your personality shaped this way? Is this just who you are, or is this so that something happened for you to kind of lash out on the world constantly?
I don't know. You know, maybe I was born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline. I don't know. Look, here's the thing. Everybody else they try so hard to suck up to the fans on Twitter and on Instagram and, oh, please like my post and please book me here. Please do this and that. Look, I've been called a jerk. I've been called an a-hole all my life. And at this point, you know what? I might as well capitalize off of it. You know, I know there's a lot of other terrible people out there in the world. I'm sure there's enough terrible people in the world that can relate to a guy like me. Clearly none of them are as good looking as me or as strong as me or anyways. Right. But you know, I just embrace it. I wear who I am on my sleeve. You know, okay. I'm not going to pretend that I'm some good guy when really I'm just a piece of crap behind the scenes. I'm a prick, but you know what? People want to hear what I have to say. So
Yeah. No, I think your strongest asset is definitely, at least from what I've seen, Chris and I would say from what we've seen your matches, is your gift for gab, your ability to use that gab to get under people's skin. A word that you have used a lot is the derelict word. I hope I'm saying that right.
You're not saying it right because you are a derelict, but that's okay.
I think you did that on purpose. What is that? Like,
what is a derelict?
How would you describe it? I mean, I can look up the definition on Google, but how would you describe what that is?
Well, I mean, maybe if you looked the definition up on Google, you would know, and you would be a little bit more educated, unlike me, but that's okay. Basically everybody that I think is a derelict, the simplest way to describe the term, it's everybody that's lesser than. They're lacking something. In this case, everybody is lacking everything that I have. So, simply put.
Great. What motivates you to train to become a better wrestler? Is there anything that motivates you, or is it innate? Why do you get up every day and do what you do?
Well, I mean, to quote the great Ricky Bobby, waking up every morning and pissing excellence, that's too easy of an answer to give you guys, because the truth is there's more work that goes into it than that. The thing that motivates me is knowing that I should be on TV every week. It's only a matter of time before I end up on TV every week. But until then, the thing that's motivated me the most right now is taking over the home front, taking over freelance. There's a lot of people that have moved on to greener pastures or are no longer wrestling or whatever the case may be, that they're not coming back. And I see a lot of spots that need to be filled.
Okay.
And I think the bookers of both freelance and freelance underground know that they've got a gold mine in me. They've got a new golden goose coming. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that, because as long as they put me in the spots that I belong to be at, I will help make them a lot of money. I will help bring a lot of eyes to their product. So,
yeah.
So I got to give you that, right? Like, you definitely have the gift of gab, and your promos are entertaining. What do you do to stay top of mind during the pandemic? Like, there's no limited shows running.
Yeah, I'm just living my life, baby. Trying to figure it out day by day. I live a little bit more lavish of a life than other people do, but I mean, I still got things to do. I got a dog I got to take care of. That's my number one priority aside from wrestling. I'd take a bullet for that dog any day.
What kind of dog is it?
He's a little Boston Terrier boxer mix. He's basically got like a peanut head and like a really big body. He's staring at me right now. I'm talking about you. He has just like his face is very charismatic. Like he's got really good. If my dog could be a professional wrestler, he'd have the best facials in the business.
All right.
Does your dog? So my dog, to find some common ground, my dog, his face is expressive, yes, but it's more so his ears. His ears will tell you what of the 4-5 personalities, emotions are running through his head. Does your dog kind of have those tells as well?
Kind of. I mean, his ears are a little bit floppier. Like he's got the Boston ears, but like the floppiness of how the boxers.
Yeah.
Like, I kid you not. Like I'll send you guys a picture later, maybe. You guys are gonna have to send me a little. You guys are gonna have to send Ezio a few bucks for royalties, but
sure.
He's legitimately like 50-50 of each. Like you can see it clear as day.
Okay.
I think he might be mixed with something else, but I mean, he's got, like I said, he's got the pointy ears, but they're floppy and they just sit down. So they either go back like a penguin or just kind of like up a little bit, but never like fully standing.
Yeah. Right.
Never fully erect.
I know some things resemble their owners.
Yeah.
I don't know what you mean by that, but whatever. Continue on.
50-50, you're a good guy, but you can be an asshole.
Yeah.
That's where I was going with that.
Fair enough. I'll take it. Okay. I'll let that one slide.
Yeah. You wear yourself on your sleeve, like you said. You mentioned getting a spot in freelance wrestling. what does the comeback tour look like for you when we kind of get back to normal? Some days it feels like we'll never get there, but I know we will. What does that comeback tour look like to you? Is it first winning a scramble match, or is it first taking out a certain set of people, or is it just like, F it, I'm interrupting a main event? What is that step-by-step process to kind of make the crowd attracted to what Trevor Outlaw has to say, specifically like at Freelance Underground?
You planted a few ideas in my head. I'm not going to tell you which ones. Not going to tell you which ones, but you know what? Good job. Not only did you give me a good question to answer, but you also added a little fuel to my fire.
Okay.
We're going to call it Trevor Outlaw's Road to Redemption. Yeah, I like that. That one's got a better ring to it. So we're going to go with that. Yeah, but basically, I mean, I'm going to walk in there looking like $1 million. I'm going to give one of these right to somebody's suckhole. And I don't know who, I don't know when. I should just walk out there and just start running my mouth at the first show and let these idiots know who's going to be top dog around here, who's the new El Jefe. But no, I think I need a match to show that, I jumped through all the hoops on, the random pre-show matches that I find out what I'm doing 5 minutes before I'm going out there, barely have time to put my gear on. And I'll admit it because, I'm a lot stronger of a man than other people are, that, I wasn't ready for the opportunities that I had. Those first couple of matches that I had, I started training and within 5 months had my first match. And as much as I think being thrown to the wolves is a good thing, it sucked. And then I had to wait an entire year to get another opportunity. And then of course, Bang Boy and Meathead, screwed things up for me at Fight Forever. But I've got a couple scores to settle with them too. I'm tired of Jacob. I beat him at Zello Pro. He screwed me over at Freelance, but I want Davey Bang. I want Bang Boy's head on a silver platter. And then from there, I definitely want to get my revenge on Frank the Clown. I mean, I don't really need revenge on him because if you look at the dweeb, like he has to look at himself in the mirror every day. So, I mean, I think that's enough payback, but, yeah, I don't know. Anybody else other than that, anybody that's in a top spot, I'm coming for your head.
All right. Celebrate with a few champagne of beers, I'm assuming.
Yes, sir.
Why is that your favorite?
Because it's a champagne of beers. Because it's my favorite. I like it. You got a problem with that?
I'm just curious. It just doesn't.
All right.
There's a lot more Anheuser, it's a Miller product. There's a lot more Miller products that sell a lot more. So I was just wondering.
Yeah, but they're not the champagne of beers. But that's the thing, though. They're not the champagne of beers.
Right. Yeah. I mean, that was probably just a catchy marketing slogan that someone thought up to try to get people to buy it.
I think you're overthinking it. I think you're overthinking it.
Okay.
Miller High Life is fantastic. It's yeah.
Okay.
You're starting to boil my water a little bit over here, disrespecting my adult beverage of choice.
We're just trying to get to know you. We'll take you through the buffet line. That's what the salad is for.
Do better, honey. Do better.
Are you a salad guy?
Layers.
Do you eat salads, Trevor?
On occasion, I'm more of a, I'm bulking up because clearly I'm starting to rip out of the shirt, but I'm a steak and potatoes kind of guy myself. But when I'm out on the town, that's when I'll eat a nice salad. It's usually one of my like 5 or 6 courses we eat. So I kind of just, it goes under it honestly, it gets left under the table a lot, but you know what? Salad's good. Salad's good for you.
Nice.
I'm not going to tell people to take their vitamins and all that other cheesy BS that's been done in wrestling a million times, but hey, you know what? Eat a salad every once in a while. It's not going to kill you.
What's that favorite part of a salad, of an actual salad? What's that main ingredient that has to be there?
Yo, if there's pecans in it or like walnuts, I'll take that. Like,
Nice.
yeah. Have you guys ever been to the Patio? BBQ?
Is that a place?
Sounds familiar, but I'm not.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're in the south side. They're in the south
Yeah.
side, the Patio.
Okay.
Fire ribs. They got some banging salads over there too. They got this like apple pecan salad. There's some cranberries in it. There's some chicken on it.
I think there's
It's
some
really
feta
good.
cheese on that.
Yeah, I'm not a big feta cheese kind of guy, but I'll eat it on there.
Okay.
It's one of those things. it's one of those things that it's good enough that I'll eat it as is.
Sounds like a fancy salad.
Yeah,
fancy
it
salad.
is. It's it's delicious though. I will say that.
Nice. Well, that was the salad bar. Are you warmed up, warmer than your plumbing at this moment?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I can still eat though. I'm still hungry, so y'all better keep feeding me.
All right, Chris.
Rudy's got an appetite.
Do you wanna kick off the main course?
Yeah, I mean, we can't enter the main course without, talking about the confetti cannon incident, right? However that went
Here we
down,
go.
I've heard different versions. I've heard you, saying that it was, intentional, unintentional. They gave you the wrong, thing to pull. Tell us what really happened, and I mean, why didn't you do anything afterwards? Like you recovered, I'm sure, and Frank the Clown was still there, but you hid away from him, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, so I mean, my story's never changed. I don't know what kind of fake news you're trying to fabricate here, trying to get me tripped up over my words for some scoop. But quite frankly, I find it pretty disrespectful that you would even question the pain that my testicular region went through. You're taking a page out of my book. It's kind of rude, but as much as I want to smack you upside the head for it, I gotta say, hats off to you. I'll let this one slide as well. You guys don't have a lot of more slide passes from me, so you guys better mind your P's and Q's. But yeah, Frank the Clown asked me to help him out. I was at the collective doing some young boy stuff, helping out. Everyone says I got a bad attitude, but I'm the first person that shows up to these shows. I'm one of the last ones to leave. I work harder than a lot of these other guys do, and I was just trying to pay my dues and help out. And after getting hit in the nuts with that cannon, it was kind of the greatest and the worst thing that could have ever happened to me, because at first, yeah, I crawled to the back and I'm thinking, this hurts and I'm probably going to get buried. My career is over before it starts. But, they thought it was hilarious. They thought it was funnier than anything, but little did they know that made a rock star out of me. And, I rode the wave of it. People can say you should be embarrassed of this. You should be embarrassed, but nah. I'm smart. I'm an educated man. I know that stupid things like people are simple-minded. They're derelicts. They're gonna, oh, somebody got hit. Haha, that's funny. Now I'm gonna watch what this guy's doing. Boom. Now I have their attention, and now they all want to hear what I have to say. Now they're seeing that I'm a little bit bitter. Now they're seeing that I've got that gift of gab that you guys are talking about that I didn't even have to put over myself. So thank you guys for doing that. You guys, that's why we're on fair grounds right now. But yeah, it is what it is. I don't think that it's going to be something to last forever. I got a little callback for it at Fight Forever that I was going to try to use the cannon now, and Bang Boy hit me with it. But I mean, I was smarter than I was last time. I brought a cup, so I was prepared. But I'm bigger than that now. I don't see that being the thing much longer.
Yeah.
So as a smart man that you are, and capitalizing on the attention, have you ever thought about, any merch referencing to that, to just kind of memorialize that event?
I was thinking about it.
Or you could just accept that I gave you another idea, one of those two.
No, I already had that idea. Calm down there, buddy. You sip your Michelob Ultra Whack. And
Michelob.
Yeah, Michelob. What the hell? Santa Lucia's.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was thinking about doing a shirt. I don't know. I kind of want to. I like I had an idea, but I don't want to do there's too many parody shirts out there, and I even have one, but I don't know. I kind of like the idea of me holding it at my junk, and then I'm holding the confetti cannon. But then it makes me think about that DX shirt from 10 years ago, where they're world's largest member. You guys know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Something like that. Maybe I'll do it. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
Maybe I will, but I'll charge I'm gonna charge up the wazoo for it. And it'll be hella limited. It'll be like a Supreme drop. You can only get it's
10 of them shits. Okay.
I listened to your interviews on
Mhm.
Windy City Slam, and you mentioned that no one has asked about like how's it going on down there. So I wanted to know how the boys, were they bruised? Have they recovered from the incident? You know, how everything's settled down there, right? You're not you're in good sorts.
You're a grown adult and you are asking me to talk about my genitalia on your podcast right now. I
Yes.
want you. I want you to think about that for a second. You are asking me, a grown adult who has his own show, both of you, and you're sitting down there, you're allowing this.
Well,
You're good.
You sounded like you wanted just someone to ask if you're okay. So
We're
that's kind of
concerned
what I'm
about
asking.
y'all missed your time window. You guys missed your time window. You guys could have asked me if this was last year now. We're talking 2020. It is 2021. And now you want to ask how my balls are doing? You had plenty of time to do that. But no, you asked me how my balls are doing now. What kind of, I thought we were friends. You know what?
Listen, Trevor, this episode is sponsored by Blue Chew, so we're just trying to lean into that sponsorship. But
Can you guys actually send me a promo code for
Oh, I wish. So there's no PT, like, have you put this incident behind you, or is there any lingering PTSD, or do people just keep bringing it up basically?
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest with you guys. I'm still having a little bit of trouble peeing every now and then. It happens. But I'm ready to put this behind me, but I'm also not going to be one of those guys that's ashamed of where I came from.
Right.
I think 15 years from now, probably 10 years from now, because let's face it, I'm going to do more in that amount of time than anybody else would have in 15. But by the time they're making my biopic, they're gonna talk about that moment, and I think that'll be like a good 20-minute chunk of the movie, maybe even 30. I don't know. I've seen a lot of biopics, but I think that'll be just the tip of the iceberg. That might even just be the title scene. Honestly, it might be in the title scene and then never mentioned again, because I know I'm destined to do so many bigger and better things that. But never forget what you state, where you come from. I'll always be a humble guy.
Yeah, I think it's evident. Just our entire conversation so far.
Yeah, absolutely. See, you're starting to get it now. You're picking up. You're doing better. You know what? I know I've been a little hard on you, but you're doing all right.
Thanks. It's only like our 184th, 185th episode. So
yeah, you guys are 183 or 184 episodes way too late. You could have had me on way sooner. Your ratings could have been so much higher than they are now.
Okay.
If you had me on earlier, but you know what? It's okay.
Well,
honestly,
we're gonna figure out the numbers.
We'll figure out the numbers. I'll tell you what, though. The only thing that I'm offended is that you had the Bang Boys on before me. Yeah. Chico deserves to be on before me. I'll give you that one. Viva la Chico. I love Chico. Chico don't tap.
No.
Chico will never tap out.
There's more to that story.
I heard he really does not. Just will not.
Yeah, no, you can't tap him out. When I first met Chico, I almost broke his arm because he just wouldn't tap. Mm-hmm. And from there, I was like, you know what? You're a handsome devil. I kind of like you. I don't hate you as much as I hate everybody else at the school. And, we became content with each other from there.
Yeah. Speaking of Freelance Wrestling Academy, what's some of the more important things you learned? What's the most important thing you learned from there? That
I'm better than everybody. Why would I? Hold on. Why would I? Here's the thing. I'm gonna go on a little bit of a rant here. I think there's a cliche just a little one. There's a cliche in professional wrestling that everybody wants to show their training clips and look what I'm working on and look at this and look at that. Why would I show anybody what I'm working on? That's the dumbest thing that anybody could do. Yeah, let me just give away my game plan to all these idiots out there that have to fight me. No, when someone's gonna fight Trevor Outlaw, you don't know what you're gonna get. What you do know is you're gonna get the rub from yours rudely. You're gonna become a way bigger star than you were before. But other than that, I'm not gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. I mean, I will guarantee a left hook right to someone's suck hole. That I will guarantee, because no one can get away from the left hook. But other than that, I'm not giving away my secrets. They say secrets are no fun unless you share with everyone. Au contraire, mon frere. I don't believe in that.
Fair enough. If you don't want to talk about, your experience at the Freelance Academy, talk to me about your matches, right? Like, I mean, I know you've had your handful of matches and you've
Hmm.
quickly gotten, recognition for that. What has been one of your, you know, favorite matches that you've had? You know, I'm sure you probably lost that match, but you can talk about it.
Yeah. I mean, you can even learn something from a losing experience, so that might be your favorite. You know.
Yeah. Screw you for the jab. Good on you, Charlie. Thanks. Good save. Good save. I might invite you to my next birthday party. There's gonna be an ice cream cake.
Nice.
My favorite matches. My all-time favorite match right now is my match with Jacob Dean at Zello Pro in Milwaukee. Because I beat him. Everybody looks at him like he's so great because he's jacked or juiced up to the gills. And everyone wanted to give him the spotlight, but then we wrestled and I beat him. And I showed why I'm the best student out of the Freelance Academy. Next to that, I would say my number 2 match would probably be my match against Isaias. I feel like
Was that
there's
at
a lot
Zello
of
too?
yes, that was also at
Yeah.
Zello. I want to wrestle him again at Freelance though. I'm very grateful that Zello gave us that opportunity, and I feel like despite the poor treatment I've been received by the Zello Pro management, where Jimmy, the announcer, says my name wrong every time. Zello doesn't want to acknowledge me for the star that I am, but it's okay because, I'm getting people to buy their shows. I'm putting the butts that are allowed to be there in seats. But, to go back to it, and I guess this would answer your previous question too, because I'm not going to give away my secrets, but I learned a lot in my match against Isaias. I learned that no matter how good the man that you learn from can be, he can also be a snake and try to pull one over on you. And as much as I respect Isaias for being the guy that built Freelance, and there is no denying that he has put the company on his back, there is no denying that he is the guy. And, but I want that now. And I learned a lot from my first match with him. I feel like each match I have, there is a takeaway, win or lose. And I'm improving each match, each time that I get out there. And, my game of belittling my opponents and belittling with fans, that's just, I do things the way that I want to, but I think that those matches, specifically with Isaias and Jacob, though, have really kind of shaped me into where I'm at today.
Yeah. Has there been any matches that you've watched from other promotions or growing up that kind of shaped what you do in the ring now? Like, I know you talked a little bit about Punk. Any specific Punk matches that have been your favorite, or anyone else who's had the gift for gab that's stepped into any sort of ring anywhere?
Yeah, his match with John Cena at Money in the Bank, that's kind of a given. I was there for that as a kid.
Oh,
well, I
nice.
wasn't a kid, I was a teenager, but I was there for that. I went by myself, and it was awe-inspiring for me to see somebody like Punk rise the way that he did. Outside of that, I watch a lot of Owen Hart matches. I'm a really big fan of Owen Hart. His run in '94 was incredible. There's a lot of matches to pick out of there, like his King of the Ring tournament specifically. The opening match he had with Tanaka, banger, just banger. Like, everything he did in the ring was so smooth, and even when he was just being a prick, like, he still was just better than everybody at that time. And I guess I can't say, like, there's not matches like today that really stick with me the same way that these matches before I started wrestling do. But there's wrestlers more so that really resonate and really stick with me that I see. Ethan Page is one of those guys that I watch a lot of his stuff, and I've seen him coming up over the years. And, I'm sure there will be people that'll make similarities. I've already heard it before. Just because we're assholes, people think that we're alike. But, I respect a guy that hustles and he made a name for himself, runs his own business, like, and goes out there. And I mean, the dude grabs the microphone mid-match and will start eviscerating his opponent. Like, I respect a guy like that tremendously.
Yeah. That's a special talent. And I don't
Mhm.
know. I don't know if there's a way to train your mind to be quicker than that, like that quick. I'm sure there's probably certain ways to do that. Maybe
Mhm.
it's working on your improvisation. Didn't say that
Improvisation.
right. Improvisation. But he is. If Trevor Outlaw is working towards that, that's probably the model, at least verbally. I think that you do have the potential to get to. So I think one thing
Mhm.
you've done on this whole podcast is you have made some points about. I can't disagree with your work in the ring. I think it has gotten better, and also I can't disagree with how you are first in and last out to help, because I have seen that at the place where you got your boys bruised. So you're speaking a lot of truth during
That's
this.
all I do. All I do is,
It's not
yours
absolute, but there
rudely.
is some
Yours
there.
rudely is a play on yours truly, and everything I say is true.
Okay.
Trust
Well,
me.
Yeah,
I
I
wanted to
definitely
give you
can't.
that
I can't disagree with any of that.
See.
Yep, absolutely. Like I'll give credit where credit is due. You know, and
Alexa,
that's
play
why
Billy
you
Squire.
finally made it, even though of course after the bang bros, but you finally made it here.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it makes sense that I'm after them because I'm a main event player. So I mean, think about it. You guys can laugh, but think about this. I went a year without having an opportunity with freelance, right? My first main roster show, despite the time that it was, I was the main event of that freelance show. I was the main event of that time block. Am I wrong?
The way so you're counting dark matches separately, right? Like, so
Yeah, those don't count. Those. I mean, I had dark matches before.
You were the
All
main
those
event of the
matches
dark
before.
matches, is what I'm trying to say.
No.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
saying
Okay,
I went
sorry.
from those dark matches to not having a match with freelance for over a year. The pandemic obviously is part of that, but to the Fight Forever block, I was the main event match of that Fight Forever block, that freelance block.
Oh,
So my
right.
first match on a main show for them, I'm in the main event, and it only makes sense.
Yeah, that was at like. Did anyone really see that show though, like live? Because it was at like 4 a.m, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I had plenty of people that were up watching it. The
Okay.
derelicts like to party; they stay up late. But I'm no dummy. I mean, it was early in the morning. I know people were gonna sleep in, but I mean, it was something that I saw a lot of people, and I know a lot of people. They slept in until whatever time of day that they did, but they went back and watched that because that was something that was must see. And I think that just goes to show that you can put us at any time slot. You can put us on to wrestle at 5 a.m. Even if you don't get all of those views right away, all those residuals are going to come in because everybody wants to know what I'm going to do. Everyone wants to know what I've got to say. It doesn't matter what time of day you watch it. It's the internet, None of this time is real anymore. Not to get into like wonky conspiracy theories, but people can pick stuff up and watch it whenever they want. They're going to eventually watch it anyways.
That's a good point. No, I watch all my shit on demand, but yeah, I guess
See?
I'll have to go back and.
What time did you watch the match?
I mean, I did it because I don't watch wrestling. That's the joke. The running joke is
Wow.
I have a wrestling podcast, but I don't watch wrestling. No, I wasn't going to watch that live, so I guess I got some homework to do.
You got a lot of homework to do.
To stay awake up to 4 or 5 in the AM.
Pal.
Did you drink some Bang energy drinks?
No, I'm not a child. I don't need that stuff.
So
I slept beforehand and rested like a smart athlete should, while the little boys ran around like fools and played in their little blanket fortress
and that wasn't enough.
No, that wasn't enough, because here's the thing: we're athletes. I know we were out at an undisclosed location and spending time away from home, but there's a job to do. You get rested up. See, I think differently than these kids do. They're all just happy to be a part of the show. That's great. I was happy to be a part of the show too when I first started, but that's not enough. I want it all. I want the top spots, and I'm going to treat myself like a top dog. So I'm going to get rest before a show, and then I'm going to wake my happy ass up and show up to that venue and put the whooping on those two. If I had a singles match with either one of those, I would have won. But you throw me in a triple threat, and you know what? Hey, I'm not going to complain because I'm doing them a favor, you know, by me just being in the match at this point. I'm the reason why people are going to go back and watch it. It was the reason why people stayed up to watch it if they did. But
Yeah.
Well, that leads us into the dessert, right?
oh, you got key lime pie. I like key lime pie.
Is that your dessert of choice?
Yeah, key lime pie or chocolate milkshakes. Those are my bangers too.
Your
Horchata
equivalent of
milkshakes.
Bang
That's
energy
interesting. I don't
drinks,
think I've ever
right?
had that.
Yeah. Yeah, they're delicious. There's a place called Zero right by where I'm at. And then there's another place in Bridgeport, Antique Taco. Little overrated, but they throw like banana in their shakes, and it is delicious. I have the worst sweet tooth. The worst sweet tooth.
You're becoming a lot more self-aware, I think, on this podcast.
It's a good
thing.
You know, I'm an educated man. You know, you said you were going to take words away from me because you didn't think I could do it, but look at that. You get to know me and you realize how intelligent I really am.
Yeah. Speaking of, I think we're coming up on that. First in the dessert, wanted to ask you about other hobbies that you have. I mean, I think the dessert is your guilty pleasure section. So is there anything else on your mind that you wanted the people know that you do? Any of your rock star life stuff? Now is I think the time to talk about it. What are some other hobbies you have?
You know, I'm just awesome. You know, I have a secret shoot job by day. I work. I'm in a high roller position in sales. You know, I swim with the sharks, and then I train. I mean, I don't really have to. You know, it's when you're a rock star like me, you're busy all day. You know, I wake up sometimes at 5 a.m. to go get a lift in. I start working at 8:30, and then after that, I go to training at 7. So it's like those days, they fly by. You know, people think that I'm just, you know, I live my fun lifestyle on the weekends. You know, and I got some downtime. You know, throwing down some bets on the table or whatever it may be. But you know, I work hard during the week, so I don't really have too much time. You know, I want to be the biggest name in professional wrestling. I want to show people that they didn't think that I could do things, just why I know I'm as good as I say I am. So I'm pretty much 100% focused on that, being the best. There's no time for video games and TikToks and leisurely activities. It's straight hustle in this household.
Tell us about your tattoos.
I got a lot. Are there any in specific you would like me to?
I just noticed.
Dive into?
I just noticed them. So I think maybe the arm ones, the ones that are visible.
Yeah. So you know, I've got this nautical helmet right here.
Okay.
So
like the deep sea.
Yeah, the diver helmet. The diver helmets. You know, reminds me always to stay humble, never get too hard headed. This newest one, it's an octopus.
I see.
Yeah, and not to rip on like Gresham or anything like that, but you know, octopuses are very I don't know, they're technical, I guess, like technical wrestlers. So we're gonna go with
Tentacle?
that because I'm great. Yeah, tentacles. You know, you can't shoot those off with a confetti cannon gun. So and it just kind of fits the underwater theme. And then down here, I've got this is actually my only color tattoo. I have a turtle.
Okay.
This one's actually my most sentimental tattoo. One of my closest friends passed away a few years ago, and he had a large turtle tattoo on his chest that he started, but he didn't get a chance. He never got a chance to finish it, and his was a little bit different than the one I have. But I put like there's like a little bucket hat on it too because he always wore goofy hats. But you know, he was one of those guys that always inspired me. He always pushed me to, you know, be a better version of myself. He always saw that, you know, I wanted bigger things in life. And, you know, he was that friend that would really push people to be like, do it. Like, why not? You know, so to commemorate that, you know, that's something I look at every morning and it puts a smile on my face.
What's the first tattoo you got?
The first tattoo I got, I'll show you guys that one.
This is going on YouTube. So
yeah, this is going on YouTube. All right, well, I'll show no nip then. That one will save for the OnlyFans. So this one was my first tattoo. It's a cross tattoo. I have no knocks against anything religious, but I am in the process of removing this tattoo I was really stupid and young when I got it. This was my first one, and even though I was 18, I was old enough to have the tattoo. I got it done in this dude's basement. And I don't want to be having a basement style tattoo, if I'm ever going to be on TV. So we're in the process of removing that one right now. I don't know if I'm going to put something else on my chest. My arms are pretty much filled up, so I'm going to leave those, and we'll see what I do next, because this removal has been, I have my third session next week, and each time you go, it gets more and more painful. So I've got like 7 more appointments left on that.
Oh,
damn.
Yeah, it sucks. It feels really hot, and then they have this hose that shoots cold air out of you, so it's like thermoshock, honestly, but it goes by quick. I'm doing the chest and upper shoulder, and I mean, it seems like a lot, but it's like a 20-30 minute session, but holy hell does it suck.
Damn. All right. Well, part of the transformation process. And now we get into word association.
Beauty is pain.
Yeah. So let me explain the rule that we're putting in for this. So the words, you know the words.
You can't say the word derelict.
Or derelict
so simple.
with a S at the end. I even thought of that.
What about
brain
Darrow?
stuff right here?
What about Darrows? I just found out via Urban Dictionary that Darrows are it's slang for derelicts, and I think that's the plural.
Well, so we're looking for different words than that.
All right, whatever. I'm smart. I got you.
you're an educated man. You got.
Because I think knowing you,
Yeah.
there's multiple people in here. There's there's 4 people in here. You use that word for all of them. Maybe we should say we could settle on no repeats if you want to use it once, but just a version of it once.
I'm gonna knock this out of the park, no matter what curveball you throw at me. So you know what? I'll play into your little game, and I'm not gonna use the word derelict, which I wasn't gonna use in the first place. But I don't know, if you think I'm that predictable, then clearly you haven't done enough research on me, pal. But it's all right.
I just think your brand is so strong that I know that word's coming. When you get in the ring, I know that word's coming.
That's how strong. That's how strong it is, though. I don't even need to say it though, because you already know. You already know that I think everybody's a derelict. So now I'm just, I'm giving you an extra word per one.
Okay.
Derelict is already associated with everyone you got. So let's go.
So Chris is gonna rapid fire say a word, and then you say the one word, first word that comes to mind, and then he's just gonna go 10 down.
Got you. How many times have I swore on this podcast so far? Once, twice?
I don't think a lot.
I don't know. I'm not keeping track of
once.
that. That's
all right. Cool.
Insignificant
I try to,
number.
I try to save my swears for the ones that I really hate. But let's see what you got, guys. Hit me with your best shot.
Pro wrestling.
Awesome.
Cello Pro.
That one.
Cello Pro.
Pro. Green.
Yes. That's we're putting in Zello Pro every time just so people could say that. Okay, continue.
Everybody green?
No, but Blair Onyx said green once, and I had it was probably I laughed. I just laughed I popped very hard for that, because that's what I think of too. It's just so top of mind, that color with them.
I would love to see them have a green ring canvas, early 2000s pro wrestling Noah. Yeah.
Let's do that.
Matt, if you're listening to this, or D-Ray, or if any of you guys are listening to this, get a green canvas.
Yeah.
We'll stand out. We'll look great. Boom. See, look at that. Money ideas from Trevor Outlaw.
Boom.
Next question, please.
Davey Bang.
Can't say it.
Loser.
Gali Lucha Libre.
Galley dogs. I get an exception for that one. I knew you were going to say Davey Bang, so I get 2 words for this one, because galley dogs are the greatest thing on God's green earth.
Okay.
Frank the Clown.
Jerk.
Isaias Velasquez.
Revenge.
Dean Jacob.
Meathead. Meathead's one word.
Freelance Wrestling Academy.
Mine.
Confetti Cannon.
Pass.
August Matthews.
Dope.
Matt Nix.
I like August. I just hate Davey. Next one. What was the next one?
Matt Nix.
Squelch.
What was that?
Squelch. It's a word. Look it up. He'll hear this and he'll know. It's for him. It's more so for him than you, because I'm catering to the fans, catering to the audience.
Right.
Gotcha. Jimmy D.
I'm using derelict for this one because
It's fair.
I get a pass. No, because he's the epitome of it, right? Every single time he goes out there and he says my name wrong, it's on the call sheet.
Maybe
It's not fair. I've been there. I've wrestled for Zella Pro 3 or 4 times now, and every single time he says my name wrong.
How does
And
he
Val
get it?
Capone, she's sitting right next to him. She could easily correct him. She knows who I am, but no, she doesn't want to fix either. So you know what? I do get to use the word derelict in this, whether you like it or not. Derelict.
How does he say it wrong? I don't get it. It's pretty Trevor.
That's what I'm
Outlaw.
saying. It's easy. It's easy.
What does he say wrong? Like, what is? Does he have a wrong inflection?
And he said ours truly. He called me Trevor Outcast. He said something else that wasn't Trevor Outlaw. And look, you know what? I want to match with Jimmy D. That's where I want. I want to match with Jimmy D.
Okay. All right. Now we're
Zella
2
Pro
for 2.
management. I have 2 demands. My first demand is a green canvas because that will look bitchin'. And my second demand is I want Jimmy D in a no DQ match.
All right. You're here first. We're 2 for 2 now on match callouts. Our last episode. Oh, well, 2 episodes ago we had a match call out, and now we'll have another one. So I guess we have to clip
I'm
it
calling
and send
everybody
it to
out.
Zella Pro.
I'm calling everybody out.
Who is that guilty pleasure? Who's that that opponent you want that you haven't faced yet?
That's a tough one. That I haven't faced yet.
Or let's open it up just in general, like your ideal match.
I know you said you wanted Bang Boy 1-on-1, but probably after that, maybe.
Yeah, Bang Boy I want in a singles. I've already wrestled Isaias, but I want the rematch for that one. Probably Ethan Page. I think
nice.
I've gotten to pick his brain a lot, and he he was a top dog at freelance, and I don't know where he's going to end up next. I think that guy's going to make a lot of money for himself, as he should. And I think that's somebody that I actually do respect in the wrestling business. As soon as you go out into the curtain, it's fair game. I'm going to rip you apart. You're going to rip me apart, verbally, physically, however, which way you want to, whichever way you want to turn it. But I think that's the match that I really, really want the most.
Yeah.
And I would enjoy that freelance ring for sure.
As long as there's a promo before and after, there needs to be. So,
hell, maybe even during.
Right.
Maybe that's the whole match. Maybe we'll do a first ever. We'll do a promo match. I don't know what the rules are going to be, but I don't know. It sounds cool. It sounds like it would sell tickets.
I would be pumped
for that.
Yeah, not gonna lie. I enjoyed this interview. That's all we have. But you definitely time to let people know where you're at and where, if they want more Trevor Outlaw,
I'm right here.
Find it.
What do you mean? Where am I at? I'm right here.
Well, not even like your on demand stuff. You got any matches on YouTube? Where can people follow you?
Yeah. So you can follow me on the Twitter machine, on Instagram, straight flexing. Everything is at the Trevor Outlaw. You can go to prowrestlingtees.com/Trevor Outlaw and you can buy a shirt. You can buy a Champagne of Wrestling shirt because, similar to the beer, I am the Champagne of Wrestling. And it's a pretty bitchin' shirt. And I think that, I'll make everybody a little less ugly in my t-shirts. So go buy a t-shirt. What else? Yeah. Look me up on IWTV. I feel like most of the people that listen to this podcast probably have IWTV. So look me up on there. Other than that, stay tuned, just pay attention to what I'm doing, just watch, just listen to what I have to say. Most importantly,
we definitely will. I mean, like I said, credit to where credit is due. Promos are on fire, and I see you got a nice setup for that, so we'll definitely keep an eye out and you know, I do want to thank you for the time that you've given us today.
Same.
Yeah,
know,
you're
and
welcome.
I am. Thank you. You know, glad
Next
glad
time.
your situation at home is being taken care of. You know, we
Yeah.
definitely want you to
My,
be okay.
my pipes are being taken care of. Don't you worry, boys. My pipes are being taken care of.
All right.
Next time I come on here, though, I expect we're all going to be drinking a High Life. All right, we're all gonna, I'll post
I
things.
will
I
make
can
an
do that.
exception, and I
I
can
can
do
make an
that.
exception.
Yeah, I can fax them over to you, or I can the Uber Eats. I can send one of those over to you guys, and be like, hey, here's a High Life. We're gonna sit down here again. We're gonna draw a nice rating, and we're gonna drink a nice beer.
Yeah. Definitely. I think once all the things get back to normal, and then with people we've had on in-person interviews are due, absolutely, I think in person it can be. Now we've kind of got to know each other a little bit more.
Yeah. Good morning, boys. I hope you enjoyed your sleep on Trevor Outlaw. Like that. See, look at. I feel like I need to start writing. I got to start writing these things down, dude. I'm like an idea machine, baby.
Yeah. I gotta save them.
I'll give you guys some royalties too if I decide to use any of your ideas. You guys had a couple of good ones. I'm a good businessman. I may be a prick, but I am a good businessman. So we'll do some business together. My people will call your people.
All right.
Got it.
Yeah. Call my green canvas guy.
You can roll out a coupon on the internet.
Yeah.
And speaking of the other, Chris, where can people find us?
Social media wise, people can find us under 2 Heels and a Face. That's Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Number 2 Heels and a Face. They can visit our website, 2heelsandaface.com. You can go to prowrestlingtees.com/2 Heels and a Face and get there's that Wrestling is a Buffet t-shirt, the Charlie logo, the Chris logo, the original logo. So there's a couple of shirts out there. But if you want to call us and talk shit to us, I'm sure you can talk shit about Trevor Outlaw. You can dial 872-222-7661. Leave us a voicemail. We'll play it on the episode. And, we'll respond to any questions or opinions that you might have.
Yeah. And when sharing this episode on social media, please use the hashtag yours rudely. See, we're getting you in there.
Yeah, look at you. Look at you. By the way, they're going to call and they're going to leave you guys a lot of hate mail for the disrespect you guys have given me. They're not going to be talking about me. They're going to be mad at you guys.
All right. Well, we will play them regardless.
Yeah.
And so send all that hate our way. Also use the hashtag Viva La Chico.
And use yours rudely and Viva La Chico. Those are the two main hashtags.
Those are the two main that we're going to do. And I think that's it, right, Chris?
That's all we got.
All right. Take care.